Hi there. Usually when you think about fishing, the first thing that comes to mind is rest and relaxation. But after watching this video, you will realize that fishing is not just for rest, but possibly an extreme and life-threatening occupation. After all, no one seems to know who the prey actually is. Is it the fish or is it the man? The whales that have come ashore in time will emit a lot of gases, especially if they lie in the sun. Such whales can literally explode. This man decided to release gas from one such carcass, and that's what happened. Look at it in slow motion. The spectacle is impressive. This guy was not lucky, and all because he was fishing in the Amazon. And while he was fishing, a shoal of piranhas attacked him. In Mexico, fishermen had caught a large fish and had been fighting it for a long time. But suddenly, a shark appears and pounces on their prey. Here is another video in which a shark deprives fishermen of fishing. And on this video, the fishermen themselves caught a small shark, but it was devoured by a huge sea bass. On these shots, we see how a man tries to catch an electric eel with his bare hands. Since this does not work for him, he decided to resort to the help of an electric fishing rod. But he forgot, and he takes the fishing rod with his bare hands while standing in the water. The outcome was expected. And on this video, some terrible monster swallowed the fisherman's hand and holds it with a death grip. It seems like an anglerfish. The man took a lot of effort to free his hand from the steel grip. In general, fishermen often suffer harm from their catches. This guy is not lucky at all. He was actually knocked out by a hard blow from the fish's tail, and the force was so strong that he lost consciousness for a long time. In this video, we see the luckiest dog in the world. A curious little dog noticed that something was moving in the water near the shore and ran up to look, when suddenly there was a terrible crocodile waiting to attack the poor dog. Fortunately, the crocodile missed and the dog fled. And these fishermen were attacked by a swordfish. It jumped out of the water and flew straight at the people. If they had not reacted in time, it could have caused serious injuries or even killed them. And this guy was so scared that he even jumped into the sea. And in this video, their noble cause nearly ended very badly for one of the fishermen. The fishermen had cast their nets, but accidentally caught a sea lion. They wanted to free him from the fish net, but he apparently misunderstood them. He grabbed one of the fishermen by the hand and threw it away like nothing. This incident occurred in Australia. A group of fishermen went fishing for black marlins, which are many in these waters. Marlins are one of the fastest fish in the ocean. In addition, they are armed. Their nose is shaped like a sword. After the huge marlin grabbed the hook, the fisherman was ready for a struggle, but things turned out differently than they expected. This fish suddenly jerked sharply in the direction of their boat and jumped out of the water. She nearly hit one of the fishermen. Whales do not attack people, but they can accidentally swallow them. This almost happened to this diver. This girl is also very lucky. In Mali, a country in Western Africa, it has a sacred lake. Despite the fact that the lake has fish and the inhabitants of the deserted African village often do not have enough food, fishing is allowed only once a year during a unique ritual called Ntago. In addition, fishing is limited to only 15 minutes. During the ritual, locals gather along the shore of the lake with fishing baskets in their hands. After the sound of a shot, everyone runs into the lake and tries to catch as many fish as possible for their starving families. Some of them even hold fish in their mouths to collect an even bigger catch. After one more shot, the fishing ritual of Ntago ends and people return home to their families. And have you ever had any unusual fishing trips? Share your stories in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.